Hello guys, welcome to Storytimes. Thanks for joining us. Today we've got a brand new story to share with you. Support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I promise, even more interesting stories. Also, let us know in the comments which city you're watching from. Now, make sure to stick around till the end, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. She used my credit card to buy her ex a birthday gift as a friend, then lied about where the $500 went. I didn't fight the charge, just made sure her ex got the full story. He returned the gift and sent me screenshots of her begging him to lie for her. So my girlfriend Lisa apparently thinks my credit card is community property. Last week, she spent $500 of my dollars on her ex-boyfriend's birthday present, and then had the nerve to lie about it to my face. Been dating Lisa for 8 months now. Things were okay until she started getting real friendly with her ex Marcus again. Always texting him, always making plans to hang out. Red flags everywhere, but I figured I'd see how it played out. A few weeks back, she mentioned Marcus' 30th birthday was coming up. Said she wanted to get him something special, since it was a milestone. I didn't think much of it at the time. Then I got a notification from my bank about a $500 charge at some electronics store. Lisa has access to one of my cards for shared expenses like groceries and gas, so I called her up, asked her what the charge was for, and she immediately goes into this story about how her laptop had been giving her problems, and she found this amazing deal on a refurbished replacement. Had to buy it right away, or lose the deal. Problem is her laptop was working fine. Maybe a little slow, but nothing that screamed emergency replacement. So I decided to check what was actually bought. Drove to TechZone Electronics with my credit card and receipt number from the bank app. Showed them my ID and asked what was purchased. PlayStation 5 console for $500 exactly. Not a laptop. Lisa bought her ex-boyfriend a $500 gaming console with my money, then lied and said it was a laptop for herself. Update 1. The laptop that never came for the next week. Lisa kept up this elaborate story about waiting for her laptop delivery. Every day it was delayed. Every day she had a new excuse about shipping problems or technical issues. Meanwhile, she's using her perfectly functional old laptop right in front of me. When I pointed out that her broken laptop seemed to be working fine, she said it was having a good day. Technology is unpredictable, you know. The commitment to this obvious lie was actually impressive. She'd rather pretend to wait for a fictional laptop than admit she spent my money on her ex. By the end of the week, I asked where the laptop was, and she said there were complications with the order. Might need to get refunded. Very convenient excuse. Update 2. Birthday party reveal Sunday was Marcus's big day. Lisa spent hours getting ready like she was going to a wedding. Full hair and makeup treatment for what she claimed was just a casual birthday party. She left around 7 looking like she was hitting the club. I spent the evening looking through social media, trying to find Marcus. Found him through Lisa's tagged photos. His Instagram was public, and around 11, he posted a story showing off his birthday gifts, including a brand new PlayStation 5 sitting on his coffee table. Caption said something about amazing friends and best birthday ever. Real subtle. I knew I needed to talk to Marcus, but didn't want to seem like a crazy jealous boyfriend. So I waited until the next day and sent him a casual message. Told him I was Lisa's boyfriend and had seen his birthday post. Said the PlayStation looked awesome and asked if he was enjoying it. Just friendly conversation stuff. He responded pretty quickly saying thanks and that it was an incredible surprise. Someone had really gone all out for his 30th. That's when I asked if he knew how much Lisa spent on it. He said no, but figured it must have been expensive. So I told him it was exactly $500 charged to my credit card. Poor guy was shocked. Had no idea Lisa used my money. She told him she'd been saving up for months and working extra shifts to afford something special for his milestone birthday. Update 3. Confrontation time. Next day I asked Lisa how the party went. She stuck to her story about giving him a nice bottle of wine. Nothing expensive, just something thoughtful. When I mentioned seeing Marcus's Instagram post about the PlayStation, she played completely dumb. Said she didn't know anything about gaming stuff and had no idea what I was talking about. So I laid out exactly what I knew. That I'd verified the purchase at the store. That Marcus had posted pictures of his new PlayStation. That her laptop story was complete fiction. Her response was textbook. First, complete denial. Then when that didn't work, she switched to excuses. She was going to tell me eventually. She knew I'd be upset, so she thought lying would be easier. Marcus was just a friend, and she wanted to do something nice for his birthday. $500 nice for an ex-boyfriend. Very generous friendship budget. When I asked how she planned to pay me back, she promised she would, but couldn't say when or how. Her part-time income barely covers her own expenses, let alone replacing $500. Update 4. The screenshots. This is where it gets really good. Marcus started texting me screenshots of his conversations with Lisa after I told him the truth. She was trying to do damage control and get him to help cover up the whole situation. First, she tried to downplay it, saying we shared expenses and it wasn't a big deal. When Marcus pointed out that sharing expenses doesn't mean spending someone's money without permission, she got desperate, started begging him to tell me he felt bad about such an expensive gift and had insisted on paying her back afterward. When he refused, she got more creative, offered to pay him to lie for her. Then when that didn't work, she suggested they could spend time together like old times. Even hinted that if he helped her out of this mess, she'd be very grateful. Marcus was having none of it. Told her she'd committed fraud and he wasn't going to help her cover it up. Called her out for trying to use him twice. First for the gift, now for the lie. The screenshots were absolutely brutal to read. Lisa going from confident to panic to desperate all in the span of a few hours. Update 5. Marcus does the right thing. Marcus felt so bad about the whole situation that he decided to return the PlayStation. Said he couldn't keep something that was basically stolen even though he had no idea at the time. Went back to TechZone and explained the situation. They wouldn't do a full cash refund since the console had been opened and used, but they gave him $400 in store credit. He offered to sign the credit over to me since it was my card that paid for it originally. Store manager was cool about it once Marcus explained what happened. Meanwhile, Lisa kept texting him trying to get him to change his story. More screenshots of increasingly desperate messages. She was ruining everything. I was going to break up with her. How could he do this to her after everything they meant to each other? Marcus shut her down hard. Reminded her they dated 2 years ago and broke up for good reasons. That using her current boyfriend's money to try to buy her way back into his life was completely insane. Told her he was done with her drama and blocked her number. Final update. Been 2 weeks now, and Lisa's still trying to recover from this disaster. Spent the first week crying and threatening to hurt herself if I didn't forgive her misunderstanding. Then she got mutual friends involved to pressure me about being unreasonable over a simple mistake. Most people stopped taking her side once they heard she used my credit card to buy her ex a $500 birthday present, then lied about it. Marcus and I actually ended up getting along pretty well through all this. Grabbed coffee last weekend, and he explained that Lisa had been hinting about getting back together for months. The PlayStation was supposed to be her grand gesture to win him back. He showed me more screenshots from before I even knew about the purchase. Lisa had been telling him how much she missed what they had, and how she'd prove she was serious about wanting another chance. The expensive gift was supposed to show him she cared enough to make sacrifices for his happiness. Instead, it just showed him she was willing to steal from her current boyfriend to fund her manipulation. Used the store credit to buy myself a nice speaker system for my apartment. Much better use of $400 than funding Lisa's failed reunion tour. Lisa's been posting vague social media stuff about toxic relationships and unappreciative people. Zero self-awareness as usual. Had to call my bank and remove her access to my credit card completely. She'd been making small purchases for a week after everything came out, apparently hoping I wouldn't notice. Last I heard, she's trying to borrow money from family to pay me back the full $500. Most of them told her to get a second job instead of asking for bailouts. The irony is perfect. Lisa's master plan to win back Marcus with an expensive stolen gift actually convinced him she was completely unhinged. Nothing says relationship material like credit card fraud, followed by desperate attempts to cover it up. Marcus started dating someone new recently. Someone who apparently uses her own money for gifts instead of stealing from her current boyfriend to fund presents for her ex. As for me, I learned that some people think being in a relationship means unlimited access to your wallet. Lisa thought wrong, and now she's learning what financial independence actually costs. Hey viewers, this story is the perfect example of how some people think relationships give them carte blanche access to your financial resources. Lisa basically treated her boyfriend's credit card like her personal slush fund, and when she got caught, she doubled down with lies instead of just coming clean. What makes this so satisfying is how the truth unraveled completely on its own. This guy didn't have to do any elaborate revenge scheme. He just let Lisa dig her own grave deeper with every lie she told. The laptop story was so obviously fake that it was almost insulting to his intelligence. But the real kicker is that Lisa was using her current boyfriend's money to try to win back her ex-boyfriend. Think about the audacity there. She's literally funding her own infidelity with stolen money. And when Marcus found out the truth, he was so disgusted that he immediately returned the gift and exposed all her desperate attempts to cover it up. The screenshots Marcus shared are comedy gold because they show just how far Lisa was willing to go to avoid taking responsibility. She went from denial to bargaining to literally offering to rekindle their relationship to get someone to lie for her. That's not remorse. That's manipulation and bribery. What I love about Marcus in this story is that he immediately did the right thing when he learned the truth. He didn't try to keep the stolen gift or play both sides. He returned it and refused to participate in Lisa's cover-up. That takes real integrity. The ending is perfect because Lisa's grand gesture to win back her ex actually pushed him away forever and cost her her current relationship. She managed to lose two men with one stupid decision and all because she thought she was smarter than everyone else. This story proves that the truth always comes out eventually, especially when you're dealing with someone who has no respect for boundaries or basic honesty. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting people expose themselves completely.